Smith made the beat, bitch.
Boys, you hear me all right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
As well.
Yeah, I hear y'all.
I mean, first and foremost, we got to talk about the haircut.
Hmm? Oh, yeah, it's clean, ain't it?
It is clean. He said he was going to get one. He did it.
I told you I was coming clean.
Right.
Hey, it's fresh.
Unfortunately, I'm on a webcam, so that shit grainy as hell, but
Still
I'm cute.
But yeah, what's up, man? How are you tonight?
I'm good. I just got back from the gym, so feeling good, energized. What y'all?
Energized too, man. I didn't hit
great.
the gym though.
Well,
What'd you hit
there's
today?
still time later.
That's right. That's right. And that comment might have made me do it.
I hit shoulders today, and I always do cardio because I'm a big dude, so it's good for us to be cardiovascular fit. So I do stairs. I do stairs at the beginning of my workouts now. I used to do it at the end, but it's too exhausting now to do it at the end. So I start with it.
It's fair. It's a good way to do it.
Where y'all guys live at?
So
go ahead, Des.
So me and Simeon live in Greenville, Ohio, which is
Ew.
northwest of Dayton. Yeah, ew. It's not the best out here.
But I'm from Greenville, so we all went to high school together. But I live in Tiffin, which is in northwest Ohio. So even more ew because there's nothing here.
Mm-hmm.
But I go to school here now. So
You go to school in Tiffin?
yes. But the school I go to is called Heidelberg University. I played basketball for 2 years, and I'm a student coach now.
Oh,
so.
Nice. That's fun.
Yep. Yeah. But, that actually, so that's very relevant to something I want to ask you. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but I think it was 8 years ago now. You had a tweet, something about along the lines of Ohio State fans in Ohio. And how, like, if you're not an Ohio State fan in Ohio, then life must be hell. I am not an Ohio State fan, and I live in Ohio, obviously, and I replied to you, and you retweeted it and said something back. And that was like, I don't know, I was 13 then, and that was like the biggest moment of my Twitter life when that happened. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. I knew you wouldn't remember it.
I don't even understand what I meant by saying that. That doesn't even make any sense.
It was around the time, right? You're absolutely right. Because, I mean, I generally think Ohio State fans are annoying. I know you probably feel the same because you're a Penn State fan.
Oh, yeah.
But
any team that wins all the time in their conference or division or whatever is automatically going to be annoying. So yes,
Right.
Ohio State is. I don't even want to talk about them.
Right. I have heard from people though that Ohio State fans can be exceptionally annoying.
But I would too if I won all the time like they have over the years with Tressel and Urban and Ryan Day now. Like if you look at the winners of the Big Ten, it's been Ohio State mostly.
that's fair. So speaking of Urban Meyer, how do you feel? What are your thoughts on the Jags for next season? Just a generality.
I wish I knew. I have no idea what this team's going to be next year. Because obviously Urban Meyer was the ultimate disaster that an NFL team could have gone through. And now we bring in Doug Peterson, who won a Super Bowl. But when we hired Urban Meyer last year, we were using the fact that he had won national championships in college. So it might work for building a program in the NFL. And that was completely wrong. So I'm not sure what to expect for this upcoming year. Every year it's just is expecting to be better than the last season, because that's all we really can hope for. Because after the playoff year, we dismantled the team after we had like 3 or 4 wins, I think. And then we had Gardner Minshew Mania, and we went 1 in, I don't remember what year or what our record was there. But after that 2019 year, the COVID year, we went 1-15 to get Trevor Lawrence. Then Urban Meyer came, and now we're back here with Doug Peterson, with Trevor Lawrence having a completely wasted rookie year with Urban Meyer. So I like what they did in free agency. You know, they tried, but the wide receiver room is still pretty bleak, even though they went and got Christian Kirk and Zay Jones. But Laviska Shenault's not a proven player yet, other than his ability to break tackles with the ball in his hand. But he's not a catcher yet. I don't know what they're going to do with him. Everything's brand new again with the Jags, so I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but I'm hoping that they can win more than 3 games, because last year they shouldn't even won 3 games. I don't know how they beat the Bills with only field goals. And we beat the Dolphins on a game-winning field goal in London, and then we beat our annual game against the Colts in Jacksonville. So I think Doug Peterson will be able to get at least 4 wins to make it an improvement on the year, but that's where I'm setting the bar, like 4 to 5 wins. And if that happens, then I'm not happy. I'm just like, okay, it was an improvement, because that's all I can do is take it baby steps, one step at a time with this team, because they've been so bad for the past 2 decades. But I will be at the games again this year, whether we're, winning 10 games or whether we're winning 3. But that's just for the content side of things that I do. But it does suck when every single week we're getting ran by the team that we're playing.
Yeah, respect, though. You're a real loyal fan for going to all of them.
I know. I was going through my room today and I saw a photo from my 6th grade class pictures, and I was wearing a Jag shirt. I've been around, man.
I saw you tweet that.
Yeah. So about Twitter, can I ask you, are you really a reverend?
No. Do you think I'm a reverend?
No, I don't think so. I know you're a reverend on Twitter, but I feel like maybe you should become a certified reverend.
Nah, I like playing off the fact that I'm a reverend on Twitter better. Right. And I think, I did that because I used to watch, I hate reality shows, but I used to watch Run's House, if you're familiar with that show on MTV back in the day. It was Rev Run from Run DMC, the hip-hop group. Yeah. And they did a reality show on MTV of his family. And at the end of the episodes, he'd always be in the bathtub, like writing something on his phone. And he would end his passage with, "God is love, Rev Run." So because my last name rhymes with Run, I just put Rev Dunn. That's where it came from. It's kind of just a play on the last name of Rev Run, but nobody knows that. Because probably most people on Twitter right now have never heard of Run's House.
Right.
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
The people know now, hopefully.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really tell anybody because nobody asks. They just ask, "Are you a reverend?" So if they ask if I'm a reverend, they just ask if I'm a reverend on Twitter, and I'm not going to go into that long explanation in tweets.
Right.
But you can on a podcast.
That's right. Thanks for doing it for us.
I'm not typing all that out.
But yeah, man, we wanted to have you on. It's been amazing to see how you've kept a lot of relevancy on the internet over so many years. So we just kind of wanted to talk about like what you're up to now and what your passions are right now, what you're into.
Just like anything, or what I'm like currently doing.
Yeah. What are you currently doing? Let's start with the charity you're into, because I saw that in your Instagram. We try to do a lot of stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I'd never been into charity much, except for if I saw, a GoFundMe link posted and I thought it was worth donating to, I'd do that. Or if someone DM'd me that they were raising money for something, I'd give money for that. But I had never had one of my own or participated in that way. But last year, one of the guys that's a Jags fan over here, we met in 2019. But last year, he had an extra ticket to the Seattle Seahawks game versus the Jags in Seattle. and he wanted to know if I wanted to raffle it off and use that money to donate gifts to children's hospitals here in Jacksonville. And it's because he raises money every single year for these two hospitals because he was once a patient in one of the hospitals, and they helped him recover from the injury he had. So every year, because he came into some money, he decided to raise money for them and give back every year. So this was his way last year of trying to raise more than he ever has had because of my social media platform and, Jags fan audience and all of that. So he came to me in October last year to do that. We did it, made a flyer for it, posted it on social media, raised $2,000, flew somebody out here, and we did it again for the Patriots game in January of this year in Boston. We did it for road games because we like to travel. Me and him like to travel, and we're trying to go to every NFL stadium in our life. And there's only 32, so it's doable. But
oh yeah, no doubt.
But for the Boston game, we raised double what we raised for Seattle. So we raised a total of $6,000, and we used that money to donate to the children's hospitals here. We gave them, Oculus headsets. We gave one of them a TV and some games as well. So after we did all that, he came to me this year, and he was like, "Hey, you want to create an actual incorporated company to do this some more and more on a professional level, so people will take us more seriously with like a name and a logo and all that." And I was like, "Sure, why not? It helps with tax purposes and all that. Everything you do for charity is a tax write-off." So we were like, "Yeah, it's good business." So we started that. We just got our paperwork filed in March. We're working on a bank account now so we can accept payments and transfer them to our bank. And our first event this year is going to be the draft in a few weeks. It's now 3 weeks from today. So the raffle is going to go to August 15th. And we're going to, like we did last year, we're going to fly somebody out that wins and they get a guest. So the first person we did for the Seattle game, we just did one person. But we were like, luckily it was a cool guy who was single and shit. But for the Boston game, we're like, we should do, a +1 for somebody because it'd be kind of lonely flying out by yourself. So we did that. So we're going to do that from now on. So for this draft, we're going to fly somebody out and a guest, put them in a hotel. They get to attend the NFL draft round 1 because the guy hosting this party that we're promoting has extra draft tickets. And they'll also get to come to our 12-hour all-inclusive draft party in the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club right there on the Strip. So it's going to be, we're really excited for it. And we're also going to be a beneficiary of the silent and live auction at this 12-hour party. So there's going to be signed memorabilia. There's going to be a ton of NFL players there. There's going to be a hip-hop group performing. They're working on other performances. So we just keep getting more info as we get closer to the date. So we're hoping that the raffle raises a lot of money. And on top of that, we hope the auction raises a lot of money because this is our first event. And it could turn into something big for us, right off the bat since we just started. So that's going to be our first event. And then we're going to do the Jags home opener. So we're going to send people to that. We're going to do one for one Jags road game. We're thinking it's going to be for Philadelphia Eagles probably because Doug Peterson's going to be returning to his last team. And we think that'll be a cool game to go to. Philly fans are crazy and all that. Hopefully it's not later in the season when it's cold and shit. But and then we're really going to do the big one after Vegas is going to be the London game. So
awesome.
I've never been across the Atlantic, so that would be crazy to get a raffle and be able to go to London for the first time. And we're also going to raffle the London trip off at the auction as well. So we're going to do 2. We're going to do our own raffle after when the season is started and all that, and we know the schedule. And we're also going to raffle it off to the 2 people that are actually at the draft party in Vegas. So 2 people that attend the party in Vegas will get to come with us later in the year. So we're looking forward to seeing when that schedule is going to get released so we can start marking dates on our calendar because I already got it here on my whiteboard, all the road games that we have. Well, not that we have, but the ones I'm trying to go to that I haven't been to. We got Philly, we got Washington, we got Detroit, unfortunately, and the Jets. And then the Chiefs one's going to be fun. I know those fans are crazy. Those fans are going to be those fans are going to be crazy flooding in to Kansas City, knowing that they're going to beat the Jags. And but if we beat them, that'd be even crazier.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably go back out to LA. I've been to SoFi Stadium last year, but we play the Chargers in SoFi next year, so I'll probably go to that. So I haven't seen Justin Herbert play in person. And my podcast co-host doesn't like it, but I like watching other teams, players play. I like watching good football, but he doesn't like watching when teams are kicking our ass, but I don't mind.
Yeah, that's respectable for sure.
I was like, we were playing the Cardinals here last year. I was like, oh, I get to watch Kyler Murray. And he was like, I don't want to see teams beating our ass. I'm like, I don't mind. When am I going to see Kyler Murray play again,
That's right.
Right.
Just watching some good football. But that's awesome, man.
Right.
You're planned out. Planned to a T.
Yeah, we do. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we went through all that similar stuff ourselves. We just got our bank account set up, just got all of our cards like literally a few days ago. And we did our paperwork in, I think it was late January. So yeah, it's funny how you can relate to anyone really. But yeah, so that's awesome what you're doing. And congrats.
Yeah, you're changing lives out here, bro.
Yeah, for sure. That's the goal, just to give back.
Got to.
Right. Exactly. So with that, I know you kind of talked about like how just like your social media, we talked about your social media presence and all of that and maintaining it. When did you decide that that's what you were going to do with your life, basically? I know, obviously, we know Vine and all of that, but was it prior to that? Or did your Vines going viral kind of inspire that? When did you want to make social media your job?
It kind of just happened. So I never really sat down and thought about it. When I was in college, my major changed so many times, so I didn't even know what I was going to do. By when I was a freshman, sophomore, I was just, in classes figuring it out. So when Vine came along, I just downloaded the app and started making videos. And then when the Vines blew up, I just, kept doing the internet stuff. I wasn't even really thinking about what I would do after college or anything like that. I was just like, this is what I got going on now. So I'm just do this. So it's just living in that present mind state. And that's pretty much what led me to keep doing it. Just, I was having fun with it. I had freedom with it. And over time, I was just, learning because, social media has changed so much every year. So nothing stays consistent on social media. Everything, like the apps are always adding new features or another app had come up or just all these different things. So with that flexibility and that ever-changing landscape of social media, it was, it just allowed me to, focus on that and, keep up with that because everybody was going to be jumping on the new hottest thing. So for me, having that presence on Vine already, it was easy to just be like, oh, people are on this now, people are on this now, people are on this now. I'm going to create content here, whatever. So it was just, I had the audience already and I just kept running with it. I didn't really have a direction. I was just like, I'm going to create content and see where it goes. And once college eventually ended, that's when I was like, okay, now what am I going to do? Because now I graduated, I got the degree. How do I make this an actual, business,
right,
and not just doing it for fun? So I had to mix both. I had to make it fun, but I also had to be focused on the business side. So I've just learned a lot since 2013, and I've learned to, that your network is your net worth. So you always got to, talk to people, keep good relationships. And that's why I've been able to sustain myself in this career so long, is because I make sure that I'm making good relationships, making good connections, and not screwing anybody over. If they screw me over, that's fine. But I got to keep my head on straight and just keep pushing forward because the next job's awaiting me, So if somebody screws me over, I forget about them. I move on to the next thing, It's a very fast moving industry, so you can't really dwell on things too much, and you just got to keep it moving. So now that we're here and now that I'm doing this, it's no turning back now. this is all that I want my life to be is social media because it's not going anywhere, especially with how fast TikTok blew up and just everybody trying to be an independent creator now because the internet has allowed us to do that.
Yeah, I mean, look at us right now. I mean, here's us being independent, plus you being independent, bringing together virtually, and we're in 2 different states, 3 different locations. Yeah,
the internet's crazy, man. There's so much money out here to be made in digital media, and it's only going to get bigger. Like we think we've peaked in it, but we haven't even really started because these companies, the companies are run by like old guys that still have old mentality. So once a majority of people figure out that the people that are creating content online are going to reach more people than your ads on television, once more people realize that, then there's going to be a lot more money in circulation for the independent creator on social media because Super Bowl commercials are millions of dollars. You know, there's a whole team of people, there's a huge production, but you can do something just as cool, maybe reach just as many people, if not more, by paying a creator that has, you know, the same brand style that your brand has and pay them. You don't even have to pay them $1 million. Their rate's probably so much lower than that. And you'll get you'll get a great piece of content that's like 30 seconds just for doing that.
Yeah. It's insane, really.
It is. It's crazy. So that's why I'm always going to tell people, like, if you want to start a career online, if you want to do a YouTube channel, you want to do whatever, then just do it. Everyone's going to say that. Everyone that you ask that's been successful in the internet business is just, they're all going to say the same thing. It's going to be like, start and keep going and don't stop.
So let me ask you, what was like childhood Eric Dunn like? Like, were you always a funny guy? Or were you making videos before Vine, or like what were you up to as a child?
Yeah, so I was always a class clown from preschool, elementary, middle school, high school. I was a class clown. I was always in trouble. I think I was making videos I started making videos in high school. I would do some random ass shit, like just like I did on Vine. I would like make rap songs about my teachers and post it on YouTube. I would do random skits. Like there's a skit on Facebook, my Facebook still. Like if you scroll all the way back, it's like 2011, and it's just me holding a Tupperware of, I think, fried chicken, and I'm just dancing and eating a piece of fried chicken. And the caption said something about, "This is what I do instead of studying for my history exam."
But that's hilarious in 2011, you know?
Yeah, 2011. So it was like before I even went to college, I was doing stuff like that. If you see the video, it's like this grainy ass video because we didn't have the technology we have now. But I don't even remember what kind of camera I had back then. But it'd be cool to see it. But I would just do that. I'd make rap music. I'd put together little compilation videos, and some of them are still on my Facebook page. But yeah, I've always been creative like that. And you know, after Vine took off, and I was able to like look back at my past and stuff, it's like I can see how the Vine stuff happened because I had always been that type of person. You know, just doing stupid random things on camera and making songs and music. I was doing that in high school, so the fact that Vine came about and established their platform, and I just found it and started creating on it, it almost seemed like destiny in a way.
Yeah, I'd say it definitely ended up making sense. We got a Catman visit, but yeah, those type of old videos are something you got to leave up on your Facebook because it's just like a testament to your work now, and it's clear that
the growth.
You know, yeah, it's a testament to the growth, but it's clear how it was supposed to happen like that. That's funny though.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna find that video.
I can find it for you and send you a link.
Oh, you should. You should. Yeah, social media has and just the internet in general has always been changing. And it's crazy to think about where it'll be, 10 years from now, or if it will even be a thing. We're in the middle of web, I don't know, 3.0, or maybe it's almost 4.0 now. So who knows what happens and how business changes by then too.
Yeah, we don't know. Just if we look back at the past 9 years from Vine to now, like all the different things that have popped up or gone away, like Instagram creating video back in 2013 when Vine came through, that was probably the wildest thing. Like Instagram, like, can you imagine Instagram not having video? It was a thing.
Right.
It was a thing when Vine had first started. Instagram was just photos, and it was those photos where people put those god awful filters on them, those very old filters that people used to put on them. So, Vine inspired Instagram to put video on their platform. And then Instagram was like, I think they started with 15 seconds and that's it.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Instagram, they were trying to copy Vine with the short form, and they were trying to compete with it. They were trying to take it down, because imagine you own Instagram and then this app called Vine comes through with video, 6 seconds, and you don't have video on your platform, and you see millions and millions of views going through all these Vine videos. You're going to be like, damn, we got to put video on our platform right now. So they did that. They started with 15 seconds, and a lot of the people that were popular on Vine at the time, they were like, oh, we're going to go, I'm out of here. I'm going to Instagram now because Instagram has video. But it was mostly celebrities that did that. It was like Kevin Hart and Josh Peck, and they did that.
Yeah.
But the people that, blew up on Vine, they pretty much stayed on Vine. But, it inspired Instagram to do video. Then Snapchat came along, and DJ Khaled is the one who blew up Snapchat.
Jeez. Right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. He was grinding on Snapchat.
Oh, yeah,
everybody was watching that shit. He was like selling merch from his key. He had like a phrase. I forgot what it was.
Major key.
Yeah,
major key.
Major key alert. Yeah, that was his name. I was like, there's been like pockets of different eras every little year in social media, and then TikTok came about just recently. It was pretty recent, like past 3 years maybe.
3 years, yeah.
Because their name wasn't TikTok at first. It was Musical.ly, and Musical.ly was a lip syncing app at first. And it's funny because when they switched over to the TikTok brand, if you had made Musical.lys, your Musical.lys were on your TikTok page still. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny because, us here, we were on the apps back in those days. How old are you guys?
21.
21?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So y'all are 21 and y'all were on those apps back then. I'm 29, 8 years. And there's people, like I was telling y'all when we were first talking yesterday, there's people in their teens right now who have no idea what Vine is.
Right.
They're coming into life, into this internet culture with their iPhones or whatever, and they're straight to TikTok, straight to Instagram, straight to YouTube, and seeing all these younger creators that we have now where we have the OGs. So this is crazy.
And the generational gap in something like TikTok or just like comedy has always been real. But if you showed like an 8-year-old a Vine compilation, I highly doubt they would think it's funny. I mean, it's just because the sense of humor has changed so much.
Yeah, I think eight's a little low.
Yeah.
Right.
Like 13, 14, something like that.
Yeah, you show a high school freshman a Vine compilation, they won't know what the hell it is.
Right. I think that's the
right.
Unless they had a sibling, an older sibling, that was around during that era. That's the only way.
No, that's true.
No, the older sibling can teach you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I remember just personally, me and Simeon, we used to make Vines of, like, smack cams on my sister. And my sister was younger than me, so I don't know how funny she thought that was or how funny she thinks it is now. But it's just an example how it's there, like the influence of an older sibling.
Yeah,
on humor, I guess.
It's crazy that those two guys, Jerry and Max, when they created the Smack Cam compilation thing, they were on Jimmy Kimmel for that.
Right.
That's
It's crazy. Like, people, like, Vine was so new, so different. If you did anything that went viral, you were going to be on the biggest stage. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Did you ever go on a talk show?
Nope. I don't know how. I went on a TV show, but it was like some small TV station owned by Mark Cuban out in Los Angeles called Access TV. But I don't even think it's around anymore. But I got invited to LA to be on that show. That was the first time I had ever done an interview or anything, but it wasn't on like a, Jimmy Kimmel or a Fallon or anything like that. It was like some little TV station that nobody knew about. But that video is on my YouTube channel. So it was the first ever interview I did after blowing up on Vine. So I always kept it on my YouTube channel because it's a good little throwback.
Yeah, of course. Like we were talking about earlier, it's good to keep those for sure.
Yeah, I got like a little chin strap in it. So young in it.
Doing the beard different now, huh?
Oh yeah, I don't rock chin straps no more. That shit is not for me.
Snubbed though, man. You deserve to be on Kimmel.
Yeah, the thing about that is, I think I was just so early on the app.
Yeah.
I was so early on the app that by the time most people figured out what Vine was, I was burnt out. I was like, I don't even, because like when 2014 came around, I was still doing Vines, but I wasn't doing them as much. I slowed down a little bit. And then, Instagram and all other platforms were, starting to ramp up, their updates. So people were all over those as well. So if you weren't on Vine like 2013 and a little bit of 2014, then you don't know who I am, because I was like literally on that app when it was.
Yeah, you were one of the first famous people on that app, pretty much.
I was on that app when it was an infant. Like it hit the market. It hit the app market in January, I think, of 2013, and I hopped on it in March. So that's how early I was on.
Yeah.
Quick turnaround.
And I was on it. I was on it so early that I could tell you the first person that had 1 million followers on it. It was Josh Peck.
Yeah.
Like the top.
That makes sense.
Like the top. Because I remember there used to be a website that tracked the top followed people on Vine, and I remember being in the top 10 for a little bit. And it was like Josh Peck, Kevin Hart, Tyler the Creator. It was like a sprinkle of random celebrities that were on Vine. It was those three. Then it was me. Then it was Marcus Johns. It was Jerome Jarre, that French dude. And then that's all I can remember right now. But I'm telling you, I was on it so early. So people that sprinkled in and found it a little later, they want to know who I am if they weren't on it as early as I was.
Yeah, man, you were a real pioneer.
Yeah.
For real. That's why people, every time people see my Vines on TikTok, they're like, OG, because like they know I was on that shit so early.
Yeah, it's that if you know situation.
Yeah, and like y'all, people that watched me back then, I was 20 years old. So people were watching that. They were like in their teen years. So now they're watching TikTok. They may be in college or they may be graduating. And if they see that video, it triggers a memory like from when they were watching the videos back in their youth. And it takes them back to those times because that's what they would watch in their leisure time. So it takes them back. It unlocks a memory. It's crazy.
For sure.
So, we have something we want to do with you, something special here. We did it on our first episode. We haven't released it yet, but we want to do a draft of sorts. And I know you're a sports fan, so we're going to take a spin on it a little bit, and we are going to pick celebrity starting five. So the only rule is it just can't be an athlete from another sport. So just in terms of celebrity, I mean, we have some knowledge through the Celebrity All-Star Game, but in terms of just celebrities that you would want on your team, on the court at any time.
No, this can just be anybody of all time, right? Doesn't matter.
Anybody in history.
This basketball?
The starting five, so it's going to have to be basketball.
And you can try to mold it around positions if you want. It might be hard to do.
No, I think you can. I think you
can. So the order we're going to go in, Simeon is going to go first. And then Eric, you will go second. And then I'll go third, and Des will go last. We're going to do a snake draft as well.
Thanks for giving me the first pick, man. I'm clearly going to take who everybody's thinking here.
So how are we gonna win? Is there a winner?
So
I don't know. We might have to line them up on 2K.
We'll put a Twitter poll out.
Okay.
We'll put a Twitter poll out, and then we'll see who wins.
I like it. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna take. I'll take Ellen DeGeneres at the 1.
She's a hooper.
I just think she's a great facilitator, a floor commander. So that's who I'm going with.
Hey, if this is about random celebrities playing basketball, you already losing.
That's exactly.
I'm losing. No, I think Ellen can hoop.
Ellen is not doing shit.
All right, who you got, Eric?
It can't be an athlete, you said?
Yeah, just non-athletes. So we figured that might make it a little too easy.
Yeah, definitely, because obviously LeBron James versus Ellen.
Right.
Or like any athlete, really, it would probably be better.
Yeah, like we were talking, when we came up with the idea, we were talking about Myles Garrett and how he was just an absolute monster in the last celeb game. So
basically, this is going to be like TV personalities and actors, musicians, shit like that.
Yep.
I'm going to take J. Cole.
Okay.
All right.
So
that's a really good pick.
That is a good pick.
He a hooper.
Right.
He is. I'm going to go a similar route with a rapper, and I'm going to pick Quavo.
Yeah, he can do it too.
Okay, he can hoop.
Did you make your team already, or is this off the dome? Better be off the dome.
No, that was off the dome. We solidified this idea about, I don't know, an hour ago. So
good. No cheating.
No prep time.
It would almost make it worse if I came up with Ellen earlier in the day and I had time to think about it. And I was like, yep, this is the one. Beat Ellen's.
All right, Des, you got 2 picks.
I got 2 picks.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Chris Brown. And I'm going to take Bieber.
All right.
I got Bieber.
Nice little backcourt.
That's solid.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, bigs are going to be hard.
Yeah, and I think I am going to take a big here. This is a questionable pick, but I think I'll get some rebounding out of him. And definitely some good post D. I'm going to go with Chris Farley.
Okay.
Who the hell is that? I've heard the name.
Chris Farley, he was on SNL in the 90s. He's the big fat guy.
Yeah, let's look them up.
He has since passed, but yeah. Chris Farley
another trash pick.
All right. Who we got, Eric? Who's your next pick?
Give me Dwayne Johnson at the 4.
Okay.
That's
a really good pick.
Arguably an athlete, though.
Wrestler.
No, that's
former. Former.
Right. Okay,
yeah.
Right.
Wrestlers are okay, I think. We did kind of talk about that, but he's definitely known for his acting,
And wrestling technically is performance.
Right.
There's technicalities with picking the Rock there, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's a good pick. It's a good pick for sure.
It's a really solid pick, and his squad's going to be hard to beat now.
Right. I'm going to have to pick it up.
Well, we don't know. Rock is pretty muscular for basketball.
That's true.
He's just there for defense.
Yeah. Screens.
Yeah, the screens would be insane.
They'd be,
Rocks people.
he's my Rock, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't give him that nickname for nothing.
All right, Sim, you got 2 picks.
Well, I got 2 picks. All right. I think I'm going to need... Give me Steve-O. He'll play at the 3.
Steve-O.
I just need a mad dog on my team.
I feel like he's quick.
Yeah, and I feel like he's just insane enough to really... he's going to be a good pick for me. And then I think I'll take... Man, this is hard. I'm between 2 here, but I think I want another girl. And this is an athlete as well, but if rules are going to be broken, I want Sharapova.
Who is that?
Maria Sharapova.
Okay,
She's a tennis player.
We're not breaking rules, though.
I mean, that is kind of...
Okay.
A tennis player
But
is kind of really
basketball?
breaking it. I don't think we can allow that.
Okay.
A tennis player is the definition of an athlete.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think we can allow Sharapova.
Okay, give me another pick, and I want Candace Owens.
Oh my gosh.
That old bag.
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens, man.
Give me Candace.
All right, Eric, you're up again. Pick number 3.
I'm gonna move J. Cole to the 2, and at the 1, I'm gonna put Meg the Stallion.
Okay.
Oh.
The 1. What's
Meg
the
at the
logic behind that?
I just think she'll be a distraction bringing the ball up the court.
Okay.
Real hot girl shit.
Ow.
All right. I think I'm going to get my last big here. I actually don't know how tall he is, but I'm going to pick JB Smoove. I know he's at least like, I don't know, 6'4" maybe. So, yeah, I'll get JB Smoove on my squad. All right, Des, you got 2.
All right, so at the 3, I'm going to have to take Michael B. Jordan.
Mm.
And at... hold on. At the 4, I want Reese from Malcolm in the Middle.
It's a good one. I was thinking I might want what's the dad's name in real life? Ron Branston?
Oh, in real life?
Yeah. I was going to take him.
Sure.
All right.
How old is he in the show? You're taking a child? Or his adult form?
I'd say like teenage Reese.
Right. In his best years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He doesn't have that developed body to beat my squad, I don't feel like.
All right. Well, I am going to pick somebody that will match up with The Rock, at least. I'm going to go with Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
Thor versus...
That's Thor.
Thor versus whatever
he'll-
superhero character The Rock was playing.
Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam.
Yeah. But you are back up, Eric.
Damn, I need somebody tall, man. No, I'll think of my tall guy later. I'm gonna take my 3 here because Dwayne Rock Johnson's 4. I'm gonna go Jamie Foxx at 3. If I gotta play against Michael B. Jordan, then I'm taking Jamie Foxx.
No, that's very fair.
That's fair.
That's very fair.
All right,
I
Sim.
don't know who I'd be matched up with first round.
Right.
Sim, you have I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty trash squad. So
Well, I'm about to make up for it right here, I think.
Are you?
all right.
It should make my team better. I think what we're going to do here is take Snoop Dogg. We're going to put him at the 5.
Snoop Dogg.
And that's going to have us.
All right.
I get 2 picks here, right?
Yep.
That's going to have us move Steve-O up to the 3. And then I'll take Dr. Phil at the 4.
So you got Dr. Phil and Ellen.
And Ellen.
That's a terrible lineup.
The chemistry there is unbelievable.
Dr. Phil is going to have like 6 minutes and he's going to need oxygen. You picked a 71-year-old man.
No way he's 71.
I bet he is.
Really? You think?
Hell yeah.
He's aged well.
I don't know. True.
He has, but he's got the money to age well.
Right.
What were you thinking?
And that was a good impression.
That was really good.
That's all I can do.
You got Eric, your last pick right here.
Dang, I got no center. We're screwed on the boards.
Yeah, especially when you see Dr.
Hey, that's
Phil.
why I picked Chris Farley early.
He's dead.
That's true. He's not going to help you much.
You picked the dead man. So,
Rest in peace and all credit to Chris Farley. A legend.
so technically, you just
Technically, I
have
only got 4.
You have an empty jersey in your locker room, basically. So you're rolling with 4.
That jersey's hanging in the rafters.
Yeah.
My center here. Oh man, who could I pick? I'm gonna go with MGK.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
I had
tall.
a feeling he was going to get picked.
He's a little thin, but I just need him to jump.
Yeah, he can get some boards.
Ohio boy, too.
Yeah, he's 6'4".
He
Trying
can
to
get some
think.
boards.
I need another guard as well. I'm trying to think of somebody that's just going to outrun everybody.
You need
I'm gonna go-
You need an energetic guy like Steve Carell.
I'm gonna go with Tom Holland. Actually,
Okay.
I'll round my lineup out with Marvel actors. Yeah,
I feel like he got no jumper, but he could probably get some steals.
Right.
he could get some steals. Yep.
He like
I mean, he is
he like your
Spider-Man.
Jason Kidd, yeah.
Yeah.
His jumper's
All
definitely
right.
whack, though.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I
Those
saw one
Brits, you
more.
know. Yeah, Des, this is rounding out the picks right here.
I need a 5. Let me
You
go
do.
Ashton Kutcher at the 5.
Ashton's a good pick.
Ashton
That
Kutcher
was
at
How
the
tall
5.
is he?
Actually.
I feel like he's pretty tall.
All right. Well, let's round up our lineups here and give our thoughts. Okay, so
I'm proud of mine. I'm not.
Well,
so,
Dr. Phil and Ellen is definitely the worst power ranking out of us 4.
So Sims got Ellen, Steve-O, Candace Owens, Dr. Phil, and Snoop Dogg.
I need Candace Owens at the 2, Steve-O at the 3, just so we're clear there.
Okay.
It don't matter where you put them.
It does, though.
I don't know if it does. Eric Dunn has, let's see. So you said, yeah, Meg Thee Stallion's at the 1.
I got J. Cole.
J. Cole at the 2, Jamie Foxx at the 3, The Rock at the 4, and MGK at the 5. I mean, that's pretty solid.
That's a good lineup.
Little questionable that Meg's bringing it up,
Right.
but it's solid nonetheless.
She from Houston, man. She been watching James Harden. She got all handles.
Right.
I would love to watch Megan Thee Stallion do a James Harden step back. That would just be entertainment at its peak. So my lineup's got Quavo. I'll have Quavo at the 1, Tom Holland at the 2, Chris Hemsworth at the 3, Chris Farley at the 4, and then JB Smoove at the 5.
You won't have anybody at the 4.
Des, how are you ordering yours? You got the Biebs at the 1.
Yeah, well, Bieber at the 1. I need Chris Brown at the 2.
Yep.
I need Reese from Malcolm in the Middle at the 3.
Okay.
Um,
Michael B. Jordan at the 4
Michael B.
and
Jordan at the
Kutcher
4.
at the 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you
So-
could be happy with that.
Yeah. I'm
What was his
perfectly
team
happy
again?
with that.
You said Bieber.
He's got Bieber, Chris Brown, Reese from Malcolm in the Middle, Michael B. Jordan at the 4, and Ashton Kutcher at the 5.
Okay, a little small, but I like it.
Yeah, those small.
he said.
Yeah, shooters.
I'd say our guest here definitely has the best lineup.
We'll have to ask Twitter about that.
I'd say so.
We'll have
I
to
don't
ask
think
Twitter.
we should speak so soon.
Right. Twitter will speak.
I think Meg Thee Stallion and J. Cole is an underrated backcourt.
No, it is.
Yeah, you're not wrong. What position does J. Cole play in real life?
He's probably a guard.
Probably guard, yeah, for
Has
sure.
to be. Yeah, he has to.
He
Played it
played.
too.
He actually did play. I think.
Yeah, in Africa, in the Africa League.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He said,
So-
"I hoop though. I rap, but I hoop though."
Best of both worlds, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, do you guys have anything else that you want to cover, want to ask Mr. Eric Dunn here? Des, I think you have one question, right?
Oh, yeah. So, what is something about yourself that you wish more people knew, or you don't think that they know?
I don't think many people know that I'm actually pretty introverted, because I come off as this guy that's full of energy on camera, but I like my quiet time. I like being alone, and I don't like to be bothered. You know,
Yeah.
No,
it just doesn't feel that way, because when I post content, I'm always like in a large crowd. I'm at an event, so I'm sharing the same excitement with all these other people. But when I'm not at those things, I like to be in my room, just left alone, and I like to chill in my own presence. And that's where I get my peace, just being by myself. Some people, like, they can't be in their own thoughts because they'll go crazy, or they'll overthink, or they'll get anxiety, and their brain will just run crazy. But not me. I'll like do chores. I'll put on, YouTube, ASMR stuff. I'll read. I'll, check my email. I like being left alone. I like being in my room by myself and tweeting.
yeah, I feel that for sure.
Yeah.
Coachella and those music festivals and all that, those things don't, appeal to me really. Only sports, and pretty much only sports really. The only, large setting I'd like to be in. But I say that as I'm going to Vegas and going to pool parties, but it's because it's the draft weekend and we're going to have a good time.
It's work, it's work.
For sure. But if I had to think of something, I really didn't know what to say for that. So that's the only thing I could really think of, because there's nothing really too deep about me that nobody knows or should know.
No, that's a good answer. I mean, because I don't think anybody would know that, like you said, from your persona, like what you put out there. And honestly, that's probably how a lot of people are, but it's still cool to share that,
Yeah, definitely. Like, I can be real friendly, like, in a public setting, but when I'm not in those, I don't like to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, we appreciate you taking the time for us then.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, no problem.
Your night, but it was fun. We thank you for being on.
They didn't take up my night. That's why we schedule these things.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
Very
That's
true.
right.
For sure.
Yeah, well, like Sim said, thank you very much. Off a Twitter DM, you never know what could happen.
You're right, man.
But like you started the podcast off with, I'd be replying to people, so it wasn't too much of a shot in the dark with me, because I check all that stuff.
Yeah, and that's awesome. That's something that a lot of people don't do, and that's awesome that you keep that mindset and help people like us, even if you don't realize that that's what you are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we appreciate it greatly for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
good talking
we
to you, man.
might have to do it again for sure. We'd love that.
For sure. You know my DMs.
All right, man.
That's
Yep.
right.
Yep. Yeah, and just get on our shop. Check out what we got. See if there's something you like or a couple things. Send them our way, and we'll send them to you for sure.
Sounds good. I'll do that tonight because I forgot about that before you said that.
That's why I reminded you. So yeah, just let us know, and we'll get you some for sure.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, Eric. Thank you very much.
No
Thanks a
problem.
lot.
Have a good one.
Night.
You too.
Yeah, you too.
Later.
Take care.